Hey, Roll Rough Riders. This is Mademoiselle Mosley again. I hope y'all doing fine tonight. Look, I want to say something real quick before I get started on what I'm speaking on today. People be complaining about watching a 10 or 15-minute video, which I try to keep it less as possible because people's attention span is short. But sometimes you need to just sit down and be quiet and be still and listen to the thing that is bothering you, that is coming from somebody else's point of view, so you can get the point what you're trying to get to. But you'll sit on the computer or the phone and look at bullshit 6 hours a day and don't get nowhere. Still as stuck as Chuck before you watch that. But I get it. Hee hee ha ha. Laugh now, cry later. We need to grow up. And we raising children and thinking that they're gonna have a certain stance of life and you don't have it, and they may have it. I thought about this too. It's like it's a shame when a child outgrows the parent. And listen to what I'm saying. It's like the child is more mature, more sure, more pure in their understanding about life, but yet and still they have to go and explain and direct their parent to do some things that their parents should already have known. You know what I'm saying? So that causes an offset relationship when the child outgrows the parent, the maturation level, handling of the business, not being immoral, having direction, having wisdom and understand what protection is. So I'm just saying, I'm gonna shoot that out a little bit. It's a shame when a child outgrows his parent in a positive way. So let me get with this thing. You have to get well before you can live well. That's why I always speak of healing. You can have the nicest things, but if you're not well, you can't live well. It doesn't matter how many things that you have that make you look like you're doing well. You have to get well to live well. Let me get with this thing. You know what a well is? Basically, it's where you draw water from. It's a source that you've tapped into that's coming from within you. And what I'm describing it as this is that, like a well you go draw water from, literally, you have a well inside of you that you're tapped into or should be tapped into. And like I said, that's coming from within you. See, and that's where you give out of. When people give you that messed up advice, they're getting out of well. And some people know better than the advice they're giving you. They just want to give you what they want to give you out of their well. They don't want to make you well. Sometimes people just give you what they want you to have out of the well, even though they wouldn't drink it, even though they wouldn't take the advice. So you have to be careful whose well you're drinking from. And when you give out of what was given to you, it's like some people don't think for themselves. They gotta be. See, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna get on with the lesson. I respect my parents, and all the people. But if it's not what I want to do, and I'm not talking about something bad, like if I know what's right for me. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't ever think for yourself, how can anybody respect you? You're going to do everything as a child. You're supposed to do everything your parents tell you. But if you know better than what your parents know about what you're doing, then you have to do better. You can't just stay where they want you to be just so they ain't mad at you. Hold on. And I ain't talking about the children under 18. And I'm not saying that somebody give you good advice and you know they telling you the truth. Some people don't give you good advice. They give you the advice they want to give you because they want to keep you where they got you. They don't want you to grow. They don't want your well to get bigger. So, anyway, like I said, when you draw from the well, you'll give out of your well to those around you. That's why we have to filter out all our impurities. That's one reason you have to heal, because your children are coming behind you. Your grandchildren are coming behind you. And the greatest thing is that you need to understand that no matter how dirty you've been, you can filter out your impurities. You can. But if you don't want to, then you're going to suffer the consequences from the lack of filtration. Them dirty waters. Dirty waters turn into muddy waters. Muddy waters turn into a situation where you're stuck and you can't get out of because you decided not to filter your well. See, that happened. Look, see, that happened to you and me. So those that drink from our wells may have their thirst quenched from the elements which are heaven sent. See, when someone comes to you and they need a drink, you want to make sure that the water that you're giving them from your well, the water is the information, the water is what's inside of you. You want to make sure it's pure, that you're not trying to manipulate them to do what you want them to do by not living the life that they want to. Give them the information, give them the filtration, drop it, let them drink, or let them go thirsty. It's their choice. Anytime somebody bully or push you into something that you don't want to do, they're not allowing you your own filtering process to realize what it is that you do or don't want to do. Okay? So, like I said, quench, from, may have the thirst and quenched from the elements of what heaven sent. You have to have pure intentions for somebody, because it's a lot of advice I've given people that I know it's the right advice and they don't like it. They don't like what I'm saying, but they like the results that they're going to get if they do what I'm saying within the realm of what they can do. Little steps turn into big steps turn into stair steps turn into elevators come into what? Elevators. Okay? You can elevate in an elevator. You can get up there faster. You don't have to struggle and strive because you understand the steps that you need to take to get to where you need to be. Now you can be responsible enough to hit them buttons on that elevator and get yourself there faster because you already understand the process. A lot of people have to process. A lot of people have to take the stairs. The struggle. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, you're not tired because you're still doing the same stuff you've been doing. When you're tired, you stop doing the stuff that you was doing so you can get different results. You ain't tired. You just want somebody to feel sorry for you on the 101 step, and then they help you up to the 200 step, and then you do something stupid to get back down to the 50th step. Now, do your thing how you want to do your thing. But that's not how it works. So, that's why I speak about the healing. The healing has always resided in you. You always had the power to heal yourself. Everyone has it. You have to deal with self. Now, you could go and lay on somebody's couch. I ain't knocking that if that's what you want to do, or whatever, sit at somebody's table and talk about the issues of life and give them the view that you have. But you need to look in the mirror and view yourself as you truly are and deal with what is bothering you. You have to deal with you. Like I said, the healing has always resided in us, but we are looking outside of us. That's the problem. We're looking outside of us and saying, if I accumulate this and I do that and I buy this and I buy that, yes, you look well, but you're not living well. Yes, you have nice things, diamond rings, chains, suits, boots, dresses, pumps, purses, scarves. You have all of that make you look well, but you're not living well because you have not yet filtered the well within you. You know what? We always looking outside, and you know when I think about looking outside, the reason why I never really looked outside of myself as success. People seen, said little things about me. I said, but you know what? No matter what car I was driving, what house I was living in, until I went inside and trusted in God, which where I trust should be, the God that resides in me and the God that resides in you, you're not well. You look well, but you ain't living well. So I hope that helped y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, get it before it gets you. I'm out.